Good evening and welcome to Nye County. We're so glad to have you back with us, and we have an exciting show for you this evening. We're talking about the Federal Detention Center, and we have some people here that are going to answer all the questions you ever wanted to even think about for the Federal Detention Center. Most importantly tonight, we have our warden, Ward Collins. We're glad to have you with us this evening.
My pleasure.
And we also have Kayla and Gieni, and I'm going to let them tell you exactly what they do, their particular jobs at the detention center. But that's the key, and that's what we're going to be talking about for the first session and the second session. For the third and fourth session, we'll be talking about the Nye County Detention Center with Sheriff Worley. So we want you to stay tuned for that too. But let's go ahead and get right into our program. Warden?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Oh, me. It's almost like I'm back in the military. This is going to be fun. And I say yes, ma'am, to a warden. Also to her sidekick, Kayla. But how long have you been with the detention center?
Actually, I've been here in Pahrump at Nevada Southern Detention Center since 2012. So coming up in March, it will be 5 years. But I've been with the company actually 27 years.
27 years?
Yes.
How long as a warden?
12 years.
12 years as a warden.
Yes.
So talking about experience here, folks. So I knew when she came and I first met her, I was still on the town board at that time, and I was very impressed with her, and I'm glad that she has stayed on, because we were going through wardens pretty fast. And even though all the wardens have been great people, Warden Collins, I think, has just been outstanding for our community completely. And then later on, we had Kayla. And Kayla, what is your function out there?
I'm the public information officer, so I am there for any needs in the community. If they have questions or concerns, they can give me a call. I also help with any donations or fundraisers that we have going on in the community.
Oh, and we're going to be talking about that probably in the second session anyway. But if somebody wanted to contact you, and let's put her information up on the screen so people can contact you if they have any questions. And you said about fundraising or any questions about the detention center. Correct.
They can just call the detention center phone number and ask for Kayla Gieni, the public information officer, and they'll transfer them to my extension. Okay,
and what number is the detention center?
775-751-4500.
Repeat that one more time.
751-4500.
Okay, and the reason we're doing that is I always tell everybody, get pen and paper and write down things that you might want to ask questions about. And many times you may have to contact the TV station to follow up with a guest. But in this case, we're giving you the phone numbers, and that way you can contact them directly. If you have any questions about the detention center, we want you to call Kayla. If you have any serious questions that are not answered and Kayla doesn't answer them for you, then you can always call the warden. But that probably will never be necessary. She's answered every question I've ever asked. So this is fantastic. Okay, let's go back. I know the detention center opened when I first got on the town board in 2010. And I know we had some discussions about potential problems. Can you tell us, which one of you want to tell us about that?
Well, I'll start out, Kayla. You were here. I wasn't here in 2010 when the detention center first opened, but yes, of course, there were lots of resistance and lots of, I guess, uncertainties about CCA coming into the community. Lots of resistance, but again, I cannot attest to it because since I've been here since 2012, it's just been a great experience. So, but I guess it would be logical for a community not familiar with such an entity coming in to be curious about what they would bring to the community. But CCA, in which we recently changed our name to Core Civic, has a very strong, solid reputation in the nation on what we do. So it's very easy to research such, and it's available. So, and I think the townspeople kind of went that route. and
Okay.
looked into and did their homework on what the company has to bring to the community. And since that time, I think things kind of have settled down some from what I see in the community on a daily basis. So, Kayla, I don't know what your experience was.
No, I agree with you. When we first opened, we did have some resistance, and we did a lot of tours for our
Okay.
facility. Different people in the community were able to actually come into the facility and see what the facility was about, meet some of our staff, and I think that really helped them understand that we weren't here to cause any issues, but we were here for the community.
Okay. You know, some of the things that I heard, the prison is coming in, and then we realize it's not a prison, it's a detention center. What's the difference between the two?
Actually, there's a big difference. When we say prison, it's normally long term.
Okay.
You're serving anywhere from 5 years to 25 on up to life sentences.
Okay.
And you kind of like put your feet in for the long haul when you're in a prison. What we do here is more of a turnaround facility. It's a hub for the U.S. Marshal Service.
Okay.
And that's a detention center. It's like we're just detaining until their court date comes or until they're transferred out to a appropriate prison site.
Okay.
So we have a rapid turnover. Our average stay is around 50 days for the entire population, which averages out about 850 detainees at any time and point. So there are some cases that are there longer, which are the local cases from Las Vegas, but that's expected because they oftentimes takes a while to get into the court system.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it's a detention center. It's a hub, fast movement, fast pace.
When some of the things that we had heard earlier was the fact that the families of the detainees would be coming in, they would be bringing drugs into the inmates and all of those things. But then when I got my tour and saw that there's no physical contact, there's no way of that ever happening.
Yeah.
And so those rumors were dispelled right away.
Exactly, because we're newly built and the construction is all modern day corrections, and that eliminates that opportunity for families to bring in contraband as drugs and things of that nature because our visitation is video. So
Okay.
the detainees never leave their living area and the visitors never leave the lobby area.
Okay.
They do it pretty much all on video.
So when we look at that, all of those rumors were dispelled right away. The other thing was the fact that there would be families moving in, and for detainees that are here for such a short time, how many families are going to move to Pahrump to be around a detainee for 15 days, 30 days? Not very many.
I don't even think you would get very many hotel overnighters for that matter, because a lot of these guys that are here, unfortunately, other than the Vegas cases, of course, are from the Western Regional U.S. Marshal Service Division, the district. So they're not locals, and they have to drive very far distances to even get here.
Okay.
So the opportunity for them, or the chances that they may move out here to Pahrump, I think is slim to none. Yeah.
It's slim to none, and that's really what you want to hear. The people are here, they have courts. Do they ever go to court in Nye County, or is everything in Las Vegas?
It's odd that you mentioned that because just yesterday, if they commit a crime, an assault, which is what we've seen happen since I've been here, like they have a fight and the victim wants to file charges, criminal charges, then the opportunity for them to go to court in Nye County is relevant then.
Okay.
But other than that, they go out of Nye County into Las Vegas or abroad, not
Okay.
in Nye County at all.
And this is a federal detention center. It's not a county detention center. So it's not local, it's always federal.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the other big thing was the fact that some people are released and then they would be released into our community and we might see them at Walmart or someplace else.
No, we do not release anyone in Nye County Our buses, you may see them throughout the day or night going in and out of town. We release at the federal courthouse in Vegas. So at no point in time will we ever release a detainee in Pahrump.
Since they're always released at a federal courthouse and we have no federal courthouse in Nye County, then therefore they would never be released in Nye County.
Absolutely.
Okay, you heard it from the warden, so that makes it perfect, and I like that. We've had a lot of rumors and a lot of innuendos about things that are going on at the Federal Detention Center, and we've tried to dispel all the myths and rumors that were out there, and obviously things have probably gone along pretty smoothly, because now you're really a part of our community.
Yes, we hadn't had many hiccups at all blending in to the community here in Pahrump.
Okay.
I mean, we've settled in, we've established our family environment at the facility, and we're being good partners to the community to make that whole thing come to fruition, that we will be good partners and develop a family environment in our community, the communities that we serve. And that's what our company throughout the country does.
What are some of the things you do in the community?
Kayla?
We try to help any local organization that calls us, whether they need any funding or if they need anything donated to them. We've donated Christmas decorations for kids' Christmas parties. We've donated a lot of different things. So anything that we can do for the community, we try to help.
Okay, and we're going to be coming up, this is 2017 now, and we're coming up on a new year and things that you can do for the community. And I know we're going to talk about that in our next session, the things that you're going to be doing. But I do want to remind our viewers that in addition to that, you give a lot of money to the community. How much money are we talking about?
Well, I cannot just go off of to a number just offhand, but it's public record. We had a agreement when we came into
Let me
the
stop
city
you
of
because we're
Pahrump.
going to talk about this in our next session. So I want you to stand by, don't forget your pen and paper, and come back and see us.